Review here, chapter 15. Example number 1 says, identify the property illustrated by the statement z to the 4th times 1 is equal to z to the 4th. Isabella, what property is that? It is an identity property. Okay, identity, but this won't give you the full credit, Isabella. What do we need to add? Identity property of multiplication. Exactly. Okay? Now, have you guys been studying that? Good. Elizabeth.
So why is identity?
It's identity because what happens is we take a number, z to the 4th, I don't know what it is. If I multiply it by 1, it keeps its identity. If it were addition, I'd have z to the 4th plus 0. Because if I add 0 to a number, it keeps its identity. That is not, that's a different property, multiplication of 0. Okay? That's not an identity and that's not something that's on the test. Okay? Now, let's look at the next example. Use the distributive property to write an equivalent variable expression. David, what should I do first?
Well, you should multiply negative 7 by 20.
Okay.
Kind of like.
Help us out here. What do I need to do when it says use the distributive property to write an equivalent expression? What do I do here, Hannah?
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to do 7 times.
I don't see 7 on this
Negative
board.
7.
Negative 7. And what would you like me to multiply it by? 20. That's good because parentheses, things next to parentheses mean multiply. What is negative 7 times 20, Hannah?
Negative 7.
You know what 7 times 2 is.
7 times 2 is 14. So
Okay.
it'd be negative 140.
Negative 140. That's good. Very good. And Hannah, what else do I need to do? Or is that it?
No, you have to do negative 7 times x. Or not x, s.
Now, how do I write negative 7 times s? How do I do that, Daniel?
Negative 7s.
Negative 7s. Does it go in front of the negative 140 or behind it? Like this?
I meant like okay,
You mean it comes in front of it, right? Okay. Negative 7s minus 140. Nice job. Very well done. You guys feel good about that? Remember, distributive property means you have to... Yes, it goes to both of them. Remember that. Rowan, yes ma'am.
So like it doesn't matter that s and 20 are being added. Like they could be being subtracted, but
They are not being added, are they? That's a positive 20. I mean, they're being added. We understand that. But remember, this thing is the sign of the number. A negative 7 times a positive 20 gives me a negative 140. Right? Okay? Good. Let's look at the next one. Oh, simplify this expression. Wow, simplify. What does simplify mean, Emma? PEMDAS. First thing. Can I do anything inside of the parentheses? Emily. R squared plus 2. Can I do anything in there? No. Are there any exponents that I can simplify? I mean, I see exponents, but can I simplify any of them, Zachary? No, can't do it. Is there any multiplication and division? Vivian?
yes.
Yes, there is. Okay. Can you tell me what I need to multiply?
Yeah, negative 7 times 2.
Okay. Negative 7 times 2. What does that give me?
Negative 14.
Negative 14. Okay. And what else? Anything else?
Yeah. Negative 7 times r2.
R squared.
R squared.
Okay, and what do we get when we multiply negative 7 times r
Negative
squared?
7 r squared.
Do I put that in front of the negative 14 or behind it?
In front.
In front. So negative 7r squared minus 14. What do I do with this 3r squared back here?
You can multiply it.
Just-
No,
Just bring it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm still using PEMDAS. Is there any more multiplication or division for me to do, Elizabeth?
No.
There's not. Is there any combining that I can do? adding and subtracting. Is there any of that that I can do, Bear?
And do negative 7r2 plus
Negative 7r squared.
r squared
Uh-huh.
plus 3 r squared.
Good. When I put those two things together because they're like terms, what do I get?
Negative 4r squared.
Negative 4r squared. Now, oh, not negative 14. Come on, Mr. C. Negative 4r squared. What do I do with this negative 14, Bailey? I put it behind the negative 4r squared. Exactly. That's perfect. Good job. All right. Can I put, wait, whoa, can I put these two together, Allie? Why not? They're not like terms, exactly. Okay? They don't have the same variable stuff. All right, let's look at the next one. Example number 4 says, tell whether the given value of the variable, do you see the given value of the variable? Do you see it? Okay. Is a solution to the equation. Well, what do I need to do to check that out, Moreau?
Evaluate.
I do need to evaluate. So, I'm going to have to rewrite, and what do I get, Moreau, when I rewrite?
Do 91
Yes, ma'am?
equals parentheses.
Well,
Well, wait, no, sorry.
7
parentheses.
parentheses. Now, what do I do with that?
You
You want me to take 13 and plug it in here, okay? Now, that's 7 right next to the parentheses. Okay. What do I do here, Jenna?
7 times 13.
Would you do that on your calculator? Tell me what you got.
91.
So we got 91 equals 91. So is this value for the variable, is it a solution?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a true statement, it is. Okay? Nice, how we doing? Good so far? All right, good. Let's look at the next one. All right? Example number 5 says, solve the equation, check your solution. Now, we talked about a rule the other day. Do you remember what that rule is whenever it says solve? Who can tell me, what does solve mean? What does solve mean? Okay, Daniel.
The variable by
Get the variable by itself. But there's something that we do before that. Zachary?
You do the inverse operation of
Vivian? Oh, excellent, Vivian. Simplify, then solve. We don't want to begin doing stuff on both sides of the equation until we clean up each side. Okay? So, is there anything I can do to clean up before I begin solving, Emma?
add negative 17.
Negative 17 and positive 8. Those two things I can put them together. What do I get when I put them together, Daniel? Negative 9. So I got negative 5 is equal to positive y, negative 9. Is that right? Okay. Is that right? These two things
Yeah.
canceled out and we got negative 9? Okay. Now, what is this? What's with the variable right now? Aiden? Negative 9, right? So how do we undo that? Plus 9, because it's being subtracted from y, right? So we're going to add 9, but this is algebra. Bailey? I have to do it to the other side too, okay? And now, David, what happens to these two terms?
They cancel out.
And I'm left with y. And what happens to these two, David?
They add and it becomes 4.
It becomes positive 4. Nice. Now, David, in the solution, in the directions it says to check our solutions, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to erase this work that I've got right here. You won't want to do that on your test, but I want to plug it in to what they gave me. Negative 5 is equal to negative 17 plus parentheses plus 8. What do I do with those parentheses, Isabella? I put a 4 in there, okay? So now I've got negative 5 is equal to, will someone put this and that together for me? I don't need those parentheses anymore. There we go. What do I get when I put those two things together? David?
Negative 13.
I get negative 13, but I've still got plus 8, don't I? Okay, well let's put these two together. Negative 5 equals, what did you get when you put negative 13 together with positive 8? Evan?
Negative 5.
-5. So we got it right, didn't we? 4 is the solution to this equation. All right, great job. I'm going to put, there are 2 more that I'm going to put on the next video, okay? So please be sure to look at those when you get a chance. But you guys need to go to lunch now. Good job.